Good morning, children. In last class, we had the human circulatory system and we saw how the transporting material to the cell and removal of excretory products from the cell happen through blood, and another fluid is there. Obviously, higher classes will be studying, that is called lymph. Today's topic, we have got the skeletal system. Human skeleton is normally, if you see the skeleton, you cannot see, just feel it, that inside there is a hard material. The reason is skeleton remains covered by the muscle and in turn covered by the skin, so you cannot see it. Human skeleton, it has got lots of important performances to perform, lots of functions to perform. It has got 206 bones individually. So if I go for that, we see the human skeleton here is the skull. Skull is made up of cranium and the face. Skull is made up of the cranium and the face. Cranium has got 8 bones and face has got 14 bones. Altogether 22 bones are there in the head, in the skull. Then comes vertebral column. Vertebral column individually, if I count, then there are 33 bones, but we consider 26 as the last part. There are 4 bones fused together, and before that there are 5 bones fused together. So we get the 1 and 1 altogether, 7 bones in the neck, 12 bones in the chest region, then in the lumbar region 5, sacral region 1, 5 fused together constituting 1, and coccyx, from where we had the previously the tail extended, there was the extension of the coccyx, that coccygeal vertebrae, there are 4 but fused together making 1 bone. So altogether 26 bones in the vertebral column. Then there is a bone, horseshoe U-shaped bone is there just below the head, on which the head rests, and it helps in movement. That is called hyoid bone. There is only 1 bone there. Then comes ribs. There are 12 pairs of ribs, 12 left side, 12 right side. At the back they are connected to the vertebral column, the spines, and in front there is a breastbone. This is a breastbone, we call it sternum. So there are 24 ribs and 1 sternum. Then comes shoulder girdle. Girdle bone, we have got, there is a scapula, there is a flat bone here, this shoulder blade we call it, and there is, this is called the collar of the shirt. The reason is there just below, under that there is collarbone. There is a collarbone, you can feel it from the shoulder till the tip of the, what you call, the sternum. There is a bone both side. Altogether there are 4 shoulder girdle bones. Similarly hip girdle, there are 3 this side, 3 this side, but fused together. So we consider 1 and 1, 2, that is 2 bones here. Within the ear has got 3 bones, hammer, anvil and stirrup. This stirrup is the smallest bone of the body. Stirrup is the smallest bone of the body. S-T-I-R-R-U-P, stirrup. Hammer, anvil and stirrup. This is the smallest bone. This smallest bone, there are 2 stirrups, 1 right here, 1 left here, 2 anvil, 1 this side, and 2 hammers, 1 this side, 1 this side. Altogether 6 bones are there, we call them ear ossicles. And now comes hands and legs. These are the outside extension of the body. Each hand has got 30 bones. How to show that? This bone from the shoulder to the elbow, this bone is called this upper arm bone is called the humerus. There are 2 bones here. Towards this thumb side we have got the radius, and the other side is called the ulna. 2 bones are here. You need not to know the names now, but this is one. There are 2 here. Wrist bones, there are 8. We call them carpals. There are 8 wrist bones are there. Palm bones, there are 5 bones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 bones here. We call them metacarpals, palm bones, and finger bones. They are typical thing. These 4 fingers have got 3 each. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. But this has got only 2 bones. Altogether 14 bones. So it comes 1 plus 2 plus 8 plus 5 plus 14. Altogether 30 bones. So 30 left side, 30 right side makes it 60. So hands we have got 60 bones. Similarly legs, this is the femur. This thigh bone is called the femur. Femur is the thigh bone, it is the longest bone of the body. The longest bone of the body is the femur. This is from this pelvic girdle, this hip girdle to the knee. This is the longest bone of the body, femur. There is a kneecap, we call it patella. There is a kneecap here. This patella protects the knee from there, covering the joint there. Joint contains a fluid. That fluid is very important fluid that gives lubrication. You can make it freely moving. Then comes the shank. This part is called the shank. Shank has got 2 bones, tibia and fibula. 2 bones are there, tibia and fibula. See, this is the femur, the longest bone of the body. This is the patella. This is tibia and this is fibula. Then comes the ankle. Ankle is called tarsal. In technical language we call it tarsal. And then foot bones we call metatarsal, and phalanges, again the toe bones, finger bones, we call phalanges. Same number. This is 1 femur, 1 kneecap, that patella. Then comes the shank bone. There are 2. So 1 plus 1 plus 2. Tarsal, the ankle bones, there are 7 altogether. Then 5 foot bones, and then 14 phalanges. Again, like hands, legs also have got these 4 toes. We have got the 3 folds each, and this is 2, same as the leg and hand. So altogether 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 7 plus 5 plus 14 comes 30. So 30 into 2, 2 legs are there. So altogether 60. So if I count them, the number of bones come 206. And if I take 33 in the vertebral column, it will be coming 209. But considering that coccyx, there are 4 bones joined together, and the sacrum, 5 bones fused together, we consider them 1 and 1, so it comes 206. In your childhood, during birth, after birth, we see the number of bones is more than 300. Due to the joining, that time bones are very soft. Especially skull portion, if you touch a baby's skull, you can feel it, it's very soft. So slowly that gets hardened, and ultimately this hardening of the bone is actually due to the calcium phosphorus like mineral, calcium phosphate we call it, calcium phosphorus like minerals keep providing support and the density of the bone, and that gives you the strength of the body. So in the skeletal system we have got altogether 206 bones, and very important performances the skeleton performs. First and foremost thing, it provides shape and size, shape and support to the body. I am standing straight due to the bone present. My muscles get ample of space to attach to the bone, that is providing shape of the body. This shape of the body, support, it protects the important organs, the cranium, the brain box, the skull, that protects the brain. Within the rib cage, we have got the lungs, the heart, the kidneys, well protected. Then comes in the lower portion, the pelvic girdle, not only supporting the extension legs, also protect the lower abdominal organs, and the whole thing provide general protection to the body. Then comes, it helps in movement and locomotion. by the support by the attachment of the muscle, it can move the hands. I can move from one place to another place. This is due to the muscular movement, muscular contraction and relaxation along with the bones skeleton. Then comes, it is the storehouse of minerals. I told you minerals are not providing strength to the bone, also are very important for various activities of the body. That's why whenever there is a mineral needed for any activity, bone supplies it. Then comes providing enough space for muscular attachment, and finally I can very swiftly I can move my hand, I can fold my hand, and this is by the lever action. We will be studying lever in physics topic later on. The lever action gives you the swift movement of the body. So these are the functions of the skeletal system. I again repeat, this is the cranium, this is the eye socket, then comes nasal, then there are two jaws here, upper jaw and lower jaw. Out of these 22 bones here in the head, only one bone is movable. I think that is the lower jaw. We talk, we eat, we chew, whatever we do, the activity in the mouth, in the buccal cavity, it is due to the only movable bone, that is the lower jaw, called mandible. Then comes the neck, then shoulder girdle, then hand bones are named as humerus, then these two bones are called radius and ulna, then comes ribs. Here I tell you, ribs are of three types. There are 12 pairs of ribs. First 7 pairs are directly attached to the sternum. They are called true ribs. They are called real ribs. They are attached to the sternum directly. 8th, 9th and 10th pair. 8th, 9th and 10th pair are not directly attached to the sternum, rather they are attached to the 7th pair. And last 2 pairs, you can feel last 2 pairs are incompletely developed. They have not reached to the 10th pair, up to the sternum. So they are called floating ribs. They too actually protect the 2 kidneys of our body. Our kidneys are present not in front, our kidneys are present at the back. Clear? So these ribs are well protecting part of the skeletal system. So here we see various individual parts. This is the skull, this is the leg along with the pelvic girdle, this is the hand, and this is the leg, this is the foot. So this wrist bone, then palm bone, then finger bones. Here is the toes, then foot, then ankle. These are the total structures of the skeletal system. And here finally we see one bone. Bone contains 2 parts. The tips are covered with the cartilage there, and this bone contains, the spongy bone contains red bone marrow. Here the red bone marrow present. Red bone marrow is the origin of all the blood vessels, all the blood cells of the body. That is erythrocytes, leukocytes, thrombocytes, all develop from there. And here is the yellow bone marrow that normally helps in blood cell formation partly, but mostly for the storage of the fatty material. So this is the bone. Bone provides support, bone provides enough strength, bone provides sufficient mineral supply to the body, many other important activities performed by the bone. Now these bones are found in different joints in the body. First and foremost thing we call immovable joints. Joints are of 2 types. The place